So this is going to be a response video that was started by Metal Mickey, and it is called the 1, 2, 3 challenge. The idea behind this is you pick an album that is the band's first album that's your favorite, and then another band where the second album is your favorite, and then another band where the third album is your favorite, and so on. We're going to see how high you can get. So it was a very difficult, really, once you get up to like after 5, it was really hard for me. But I think I'm going to get up to number 9. So let me just start right here. First one is Rage Against the Machine. Their debut album, pretty much definitely their best album. I like this one a lot. I definitely used to love Killing in the Name, listen to that all the time. But this is a solid album with Bomb Track, Bullet in the Head, Know Your Enemy. Just a really great debut. After this, they kind of went downhill. They have a few good albums after this, but this is their best. My number 2 is going to be Dirt by Alice in Chains. This is a solid album. Rooster, Dirt, Junkhead, Anger Chair, Wood, Them Bones. I mean, they really went heavy on this album, and it's a classic, just great album, start to finish. My number 3 is Twisted Sister with Stay Hungry. This is just an album I've always loved. Even the songs that are overplayed, I still like them. I like the deeper cuts a little better. This one you can see here, the names are also in Spanish because I got this at a record fair, or it was a vinyl fair or something like that in Mexico City. So this is the Mexican Spanish version. So this is my number 3. My number 4 is going to be one that a lot of people pick, but for good reason, because it's like one of the best thrash albums ever made, and that's Megadeth with Rust in Peace. Just a classic. Holy Wars, The Punishment Due, everything from Tornado of Souls, just all the way through. Great lineup in this album, and lots of great solos. Just like lots of guitar shredding. Like, I don't know anybody who's ever said anything bad about this album. It's like one of the best thrash metal albums of all time, and that's my number 4. My number 5 is going to be a little difficult to pick, but it's Ministry with Psalm 69. This is like the first industrial metal album I ever bought. I used to like take this one to the gym all the time. It's just a great, if you're doing like some cardio work, it's just a really great album. NWO, Jesus Built My Hot Rod, and so many great tracks. Scarecrow, I actually saw them live around this time as well during the Lollapalooza tour. So this is one of my favorite all-time industrial metal albums of all time. So this is my number 5. My number 6 is going to be Manowar with Kings of Metal. I bought this one when I was about not this exact one because I bought this in a box set, but I originally had this when I was like 17 years old. One of the first metal albums that I ever bought. It kind of got me into metal along with other bands like Metallica and Anthrax. But I used to hear, I think I heard it first on this college radio that would play metal music on the weekends. And just a great album. You got Wheels of Fire, Kings of Metal, Heart of Steel. That's like a cool power ballad. Crown in the Ring, Pleasure Slave. I think there's only one song that like takes this down called The Warrior's Prayer, where this guy tells a story, but otherwise it's a solid album. It's still my favorite out of all of the Manowar albums. I mean, this is a great album. It's really solid. At number 7, I have Arch Enemy with Rise of the Tyrant. I like this album a lot because this is the last album with Angela Gossow. Definitely some great melodic death metal, probably my favorite melodic death metal band. I like all, they had 3 vocalists. The first one is a guy, I don't remember his name, but then the second one, Angela Gossow, and then the third one was Alisa something. But I like all of these vocalists in all of these albums. This one's great. I Will Live Again, Revolution Begins, The Day You Died. So definitely, this is a heavy album, lots of like heavy, great riffs, but it's also super melodic. So this is my number 7. My number 8 is Rush with Moving Pictures. This is definitely my favorite album, even though it's like the first album I ever heard from this band, but it's solid. It's kind of like the album where they still were progressive. They had that proggy sound, but then they started moving into that more, I guess, kind of like a commercial radio friendly sound, which they would like on their subsequent albums with Signals and all the ones after this. But I've always loved this Tom Sawyer. It's a great song. Even like the second side, Camera Eye, Vital Signs, Witch Hunt. Those are like the longer, like proggier songs. And then the first side has with Tom Sawyer, YYZ. YYZ is like my favorite instrumental from any rock band or metal band, probably. So that's my number 8, and I have one more. Number 9 is going to be "Wish You Were Here." My favorite Pink Floyd album. It could be a toss-up. It's not Dark Side of the Moon, even though I love Dark Side. It's maybe a toss-up between this one and Animals, but I went with this one. It's just great. Just everything from the title track, "Wish You Were Here," to "Have a Cigar," to "Shine on Your Crazy Diamond." "Shine on Your Crazy Diamond" is one of those songs I listen to like almost every night. Just helps me fall asleep. "Have a Cigar," and it's just great all the way through. So this is my number 9. So that is all. So it's kind of a difficult challenge. I don't do these often, but I saw Metal Never Dies with Mark Aruda do his, and kind of made me think I should like pull this off. See if I can do one. It was hard to make. So that's all. I'll be back with my end of the year list starting tomorrow. So see you in the next one.